get ready to get angry.
There is a small town, a small British village that you can see here. Very beautiful little idyllic English town. And they are going to be housing 1,200 illegal migrants very close to this town in a former RAF facility in Barnum. And they were holding a private meeting in the town hall in regards to this immigration, and nobody was allowed in from the local area to talk about it. Isn't that just unsurprising?
Just to give everyone a little update, this is how many people are outside. The website says 300 people can fit in there. They're allowing 120. Now, the reason this is important is because the MP for this area is currently sitting in there. The locals have every right, in my opinion, and according to democracy, to ask questions of their elected MP, the person they elected to represent them, if they are concerned about this hotel or this the RAF base being turned into asylum accommodation. And not just asylum accommodation, it is a detention facility. We have walked around this area and they have got holes in the fencing of which the asylum seekers, or the migrants that they have detained, can easily escape through. They are not letting elected councillors into the building. They're not letting the local residents of Thetford into the building. This is not, in my opinion, a true democracy.
When did you figure that one out?
Been obvious a while.
Why are residents getting letters in February?
You're an elected councillor with Suffolk County Council. I understand that RAF Barnum is actually in your constituency, but despite that, you have just been denied entrance to the Thetford Town Council meeting. Do you want to explain a little bit about what's happened?
Sure, I can certainly do that. So although the site isn't in my constituency, it's in Suffolk, and I am responsible for children and young people in Suffolk, and we as a reformed county council are extremely concerned about what we see as a huge amount of secrecy that's gone on about the placement of up to 1,250 illegal men from who knows where.
1,250 illegals are going to be put in near this beautiful little idyllic British town. Let me just hear that again.
In Suffolk, and I am responsible for children and young people in Suffolk, and we as a reformed county council are extremely concerned about what we see as a huge amount of secrecy that's gone on about the placement of up to 1,250 illegal.
Oh, but if diversity is a strength, why be so coy about it? I mean, you'd think they'd be marching through the streets. You know, if diversity and multiculturalism is such an amazing, wonderful thing, you'd think they would be parading down the streets. The government would be parading down the streets, being like, hear ye, your town will soon be flooded with tons of third world. You're welcome.
Men from who knows where, basically, into this area. So we've come tonight to have a...
Here's an idea. Instead of bringing those 1,200 migrants into this town, maybe you send them back to the countries they came from instead. Just an idea.
See if we can have a say at the town council. We've been denied entry. The deputy town clerk has said that we're not allowed in. We're going to make an assumption that it's about capacity, although the hall is registered to take 300 people. They've arranged it in such a way that only 120 people can come in. Okay. So we would have preferred that they held this knowing that it's going to be a very high-profile meeting.
Look how beautiful this town is. Look at it. These houses are hundreds of years old.
More suitable. Maybe a sports hall.
And soon they're going to be covered with graffiti.
Lovely weather, an open-air meeting to allow everybody here to have their say, because this is extremely important. This affects everybody.
This guy's been tanning, dude. In
this town, it will affect everybody in Barnum, affect everybody in Bury St Edmunds, obviously Thetford, and all the outside villages, because these men are going to be bussed free of charge to wherever they want to go, and they'll all have plenty of free cash to spend.
Unbelievable.
I mean, we flew a drone over there earlier. We can see the size of the buses, and they are huge.
So they're bussing in, 1,250 migrants from they don't know where into a nearby RAF base, and they're not allowed into their own local town hall, which can hold 300, to talk about it.
They're huge, and we know they're going to be bussed over for free, as you say, to Thetford.
This is happening all over the UK.
You know, they mentioned Dis, they mentioned a few other places as well. The fact that you guys weren't even told about this until 5 minutes before, right? Is that?
Yeah, but it was. That's right. We got told 5 minutes before the official announcement.
Yeah, that was on purpose. They did that on purpose. They don't want you knowing about this spectacular diversity that's about to hit. You know, this diversity that's meant to be so amazing, that's meant to be so good that they don't want to tell you that it's happening.
Now, quite clearly, there's been a lot of conversations going on somewhere with someone. We think it's possibly the West Suffolk District Council, because we've got members of the public in Barnum, particularly, coming to us with...
The whole point of Brexit and leaving the EU was to control migration and to not have situations like this.
Remember we were on Rumble and we were talking about that Muslim that was like, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, and he was saying stuff like that. Well, it turns out that happened. It actually did happen. In Dublin, either yesterday or a few days ago, a mosque was burnt down in Talbot Street in Dublin. It was petrol bombed. A man outside shouts, "We don't want Islam in Ireland." He adds, "Go back to your country." So, while yes, the birthplace of St. Patrick has been desecrated, it has been burned down. Meanwhile, in Dublin, eye for an eye, eye for an eye.
Do you understand? We do not want Islam in this country.
He doesn't even sound like he's from Ireland. He sounds foreign.
Go back to your country. Go back to your country. I burned down a mosque in Talbot Street. Go back to your country. We don't want Islam in this country.
He's Iranian. Doesn't bother me. So this was the this is the scene over here. Convent and St. Patrick burial site burned down in Downpatrick. Media says nothing. Yesterday, the convent and the burial place of St. Patrick himself in Downpatrick was reduced to ashes. Locals say it was arson. The resting place of the patron saint of Ireland set on fire, and the legacy media has nothing to say. The politicians have nothing to say. Catholic site tied to one of the most important figures in the history of these islands burns, and you get silence. There's been quite the string of Christian churches burning down across the nation, hasn't there?
Notre Dame too, set on fire.
There's been quite a few. Yeah, two for a tooth. There it is. Yes, I did hear about the 2-year-old. I actually covered that over on Rumble. Again, make sure you're following me on Rumble. It's right down there. If I disappear at any point from YouTube, you know where I've gone. Right here. But there has been a string of churches that have been burnt down. Do you know what? Let's find out how many. How many churches have been burned down in the last, let's say, 6 months? Let's see what they have to say. Because I feel like there's been a lot. I feel like there's been a lot of that have been burned down. Too many, yeah. U.S. average, there's about 1,300 to 1,800 church fires yearly. In Europe, the Observatory on Intolerance and Discrimination Against Christians reported 10 arson-related attacks on churches in January 2026 alone. There have been 10 arson-related attacks on churches in Europe in just January. Attempted arson in France, fires, vandalism in Germany and Italy. Broader 2024 data shows 94 arson attacks incidents across Europe, nearly double from...
Well, we got the main gist of it. Let's finish this up with this Asmongold video.
We would ask that footage is not shared further to allow the legal process to take its course. Insane clip from the UK. Police are arresting someone who got assaulted. What the hell? 3 blacks.
It's Henry Novak all over again.
Attack a drunk white kid in Birmingham. The female police officer comes in to protect the violent blacks and arrests the white kid. Absolutely disgusting the way white people are treated in England. Okay, well, let's see the original video.
In his defense, he probably thought you were one of the attackers.
Right.
Oh my god. And it punched it.
Oi, 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 oi,
You see that? He didn't attack anyone. The black kids attacked him, and then the police officer attacks him.
No! I'm trying to move that way! I'm trying to move that way, bro! No! My nan's actually...
Why are they trying to restrain him?
I'm trying to go home, bro! Please! Please!
Oh my god. This is disgraceful.
Please, I'm trying to go home.
You're under arrest for assault on police?
Oh, you did?
We saw the entire video. He didn't assault police officers. She needs to be fired.
Oh, bro, please.
This is in the fucking car.
They're not even talking to the people that attacked him?
Someone clotheslined him, and then someone hit him from behind, and that's when you went in. All I can say in his defense, he probably thought you were one of the attackers at that moment.
Okay, so somebody's assaulted him first.
Yeah.
You saw it. You watched it.
Yeah.
Look, so the police are they're right there. There's the police car. It's right in the frame. And you can see very clearly all of these people are antagonizing this one person. And you can see he's not hitting anybody. He's not doing anything. Then this guy's going to go and hit him. He's going to clothesline him. Look at that. See? And then this dude punches him in the back of the head.
Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't even hardly know. It was like 1 second. And then they're grabbing his throat. Yeah, she grabbed him and he didn't even see her. He instantly stops when he realizes that's the main thing. Yeah, he stopped immediately. He's not doing anything.
I mean, why did she tackle him, not the people that were attacking him?
He would have continued fighting back, but he's not doing that. Please stop. This is enraging me. Yeah, I don't know how many more of these we're going to have to deal with before people have any sense of self-respect. Throwing him inside of the car. Do you think they would have treated a migrant like this? I've never seen a single video of a police officer in Britain treating a migrant like this. So, and then this is also, so this is the response. We're aware of the footage of their man showing a disorder on Broad Street. Officers found a group of men fighting. As the incident was dealt with, an officer was punched. One man was arrested and charged with assaulting a police officer. The description is false. One man was surrounded by multiple others. The man was assaulted and thrown to the ground. While on the ground, he was punched in the head. While getting up, a police officer threw him against the wall while his assailants were allowed to flee. The incident has been reviewed, and we have no concerns over the officer's actions, and we are satisfied that they were reasonable and proportionate in the circumstances.
That's the UK for you. That's the UK for you. A white guy gets attacked by a bunch of black kids. What does a police officer do? Rush in and also attack the white kid.
We would ask that footage is not shared further to allow the legal process to take its course. We are at the stage of openly admitting arresting the victim is satisfactory. If the footage absolves you, then why don't you want it shared? You watched one lad get violently attacked by a group and decided to arrest the guy being attacked. In his defense, he stood up swinging and instantly stopped as soon as he realized who was grabbing him. He probably didn't think in a million years he was in the process of being arrested. This dude gets punched in the face and the police rush in to arrest him. That is insane.
Yep, absolutely insane. UK is so fucked. Anyway, this will be on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Come watch on Kick or Twitch. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.